My girlfriend keeps scaring my brother, so I asked her to leave.
Boo.
Nice. So, on to the situation. My girlfriend, 23 female, and I, 24 female, have been together for 2 years. My family always loved her, and she even had a good relationship with my brother, 16 male, as well. By the way, this comes from Throwaway 893-40927. If you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So last year, my brother was diagnosed with a certain disease that almost took his life. My brother has always had a low immune system, which made everything even worse. My brother is still recovering, but in a much better condition now. But unfortunately, he ended up losing sight in both of his eyes. Legally speaking, he can be considered blind right now. When social isolation started to happen because of the most recent events, I decided to speak with my parents about how it would be better if my brother lived with me by that time, for the time being. My parents agreed happily. They both are essential workers, and they wouldn't have much time to stay with my brother. He is still getting used to his new life as a blind person and is still adapting on how to live with it. If he needed help with anything, my parents wouldn't be able to help. And also because my brother already has a bad immune system, and it wouldn't be a good idea for him to live in a house with our parents who would constantly be dealing with patients who may or may not be sick. Yeah, I mean, I can totally see why OP's like, let's get the brother with me.
Sense.
Yeah, and also shout out to OP for, I mean, at 23, 24 years old, essentially being the guardian to your 16-year-old
blind brother.
I mean, that's a huge undertaking. I can work from home, and I have a lot of free time, so if he ever needed help, I would be more than available to help him, so it was a win-win situation. I also invited my girlfriend to live with me. She has a very good house of her own, but we could be together, so why not? Everything was good and fine. But recently, I started to notice that my brother started to become not himself anymore. I mean, even with all of this happening with him, he always was cheerful and happy and always trying to look on the good side of all this. But recently, he started to become more shy and introverted when my girlfriend was around. And I found that strange. Yesterday, I was in my living room reading a book, and my brother was at the kitchen drinking a cup of water. Just drinking a cup of water casually. My girlfriend approached him and just said good morning. She had just gotten up. It was almost 7:30 a.m. I noticed my brother got scared. I thought that was just an isolated incident. She must have caught him by surprise, so I didn't pay much attention to it. But today, I was hearing music while preparing for our lunch, and my brother was sitting in the kitchen while talking to me. I noticed someone approaching, and I saw that it was my girlfriend. When she noticed we were hearing music, she started to walk slowly as if she didn't want to make a sound. She got behind my brother and quickly held his shoulders and shouted, "Hello there, how are you doing?" So we're walking up to the brother who just recently became legally blind, and we're scared, shaking him and be like, "Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing?"
Yeah, that's a no.
That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Wow. My brother said he wanted to stay alone and went to his room. I was pissed at her. I mean, yeah. I asked her what did she think she was doing by scaring him that way. She told me that she had read on the internet and also from her mother that scaring a blind person is a good thing because it makes them more aware of their surroundings.
Oh, no. No.
Why? That is A, incorrect, and B, freaking awful. I started to connect the dots and asked her for how long had she been scaring my brother like that. She told me around 2 weeks, up to 3 times a day, if possible, in her words.
She's on a mission.
Oh, I was seeing red at that moment. I asked her to never do that again. It didn't take much. It was almost 4 p.m. today, and I was watering my garden when I heard my brother shout. When I got inside, he was shouting at my girlfriend to leave him alone. I ended up getting into a fight with her. I tried every single thing I could to show her that it wasn't okay to do that to a blind person, and she needed to stop or else she would have to come back to her house. She promised me never to do it again. Why am I having a hard time believing that she'll never do it again?
She's gonna do it again. She's in training. She's training him.
What would possess someone to do something so cruel and stupid? Where did you get this from
Right? What is her mom telling her? Like, where did
Yeah.
her mom come up with this idea too?
And like I feel like it was literally just her mom, and her mom was like, yeah, people tell me all the time. I read it all the time. Like, yeah, you have to scare a blind person because then it'll like make them more aware. No. Did you ever stop to consider, hey, maybe I should run this by the person who is blind, who'd be like, yeah, I don't need that.
Right.
Like I'm kind of good, bro. So she promised me to never do it again. Tonight, I was making dinner, and she did it again.
Break up.
Tonight, the same day.
Same day.
Like, I don't know what to do anymore. We got into a huge fight, and I ended up telling her to go back to her house. She argued with me that I was being unfair and that she was just trying to help. I still refused to let her stay, and she went back to her home. She has been bombarding my cell phone the entire night about how it was wrong for me to do that and that I should have never kicked her out because of something so trivial as that. Even to say something as so trivial means you still, the levels of which you don't get it and how you're like, it's so awful you're doing that to your brother, the fact that how this would hurt OP, that her poor brother is going through this and you're terrorizing him. To say it's trivial.
This poor kid is afraid to walk around his own house.
Yes.
Like, that should be a safe spot.
Oh, God. And he had to move. Remember, he had to move from his parents' house because it's like, because there'll be sick people coming. Like, it's going to be a bad environment. Anyways, he's away from his parents who, like, if I'm being honest, like if I was in the situation, I would be so grateful for my sibling, but also probably pretty nervous. Like your parents take care of your whole life. You're like more comfortable under their like care and it's just like something to get used to. And this poor kid is freaking terrified. God, I haven't been answering and I don't even know how to. I feel like I shouldn't have kicked her out of my house, but I don't feel like it would be a safe space for my brother if she just goes around scaring him. My brother told me he didn't say anything to me before because he didn't want to cause problems as he was a guest. Oh,
jeez, the guest.
Dude, he's literally like, I don't want to be any more of this poor kid. Oh, he's sweet. He's a sweet baby boy. I don't think she would stop if she came back. She has a history of being a little bit stubborn sometimes, but never something like this that would affect other people. I don't know how to respond to her. Should I just let her back at my house, but setting some ground rules? No, don't let her back. Should I not allow her until my brother are back at my parents' house? Other than this, she was always a loving girlfriend and always treated me and my family with nothing but respect and love. I don't know how to go on from this. We have an update, and Carly, I think we need to help OP figure out how to go on from this. What would you do in this scenario as OP?
I don't think she's coming back to the house anytime soon.
Yeah.
Even as like a visit. I mean, they're quarantined, so she might not even be able to come back if she's going back to her home.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think for me, it's the fact that she still so clearly. I mean, you can like break it down further to like, okay, let me really break it down for you on why this is so bad. Like you, for instance, saying it's so trivial means you don't understand the gravity of like my little brother who's like going through this horrible experience, has to live away from his parents, like you scaring and terrorizing him and literally doing it right after you promised me, you told me you'd stop. Like
that's what got me, the fact that it's the same day still.
Yeah.
That's
like it's so abundantly clear that you don't respect me, you don't respect my brother and like everything he's going through. She's deliberately being cruel. And it's like, if you don't understand that, you can't like change the behavior. And like, I have just seen negative 10% evidence of you changing your behavior.
There would need to be some conversation further of like why she thought that was okay, but I don't think she's going to come back with anything that's redeemable. And I don't think there is anything redeemable from that. Blindfold the girlfriend for a day in the house and put her through it.
Yeah, freaking attack
and just
her.
like scare her all day. And I'm like,
let's do that.
Yeah.
We have an update, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to start by saying that I decided to get in contact again with my girlfriend, and I did decide to talk to her. Of course, I didn't let her back into my home. I wanted to talk on any other place than there. She called me to go to her house. I'm tired of her nonsense. I started by asking her where did she get the advice that she saw on the internet that said scaring blind people was a good thing to be done. A great question to start us off. She was very reluctant to tell me, but when I pressured her a little more, she ended up telling me. Apparently, there is no article, no research, no elaborate study, nothing. The advice she got came from a friend of hers on a Facebook chat. It's always Facebook. And she just went along with it. She also told me she lied about her mother telling her that. To clarify, her mother is a social worker where we live, so she thought that if she said that her mother had also said that, it would make her friend's advice a little more credible because she couldn't find any study or article. Maybe when you couldn't find any, first of all, I highly doubt you looked for a study or article.
No.
Second of all, even if you did, once you couldn't find any credible sources to back this up, wouldn't that cause you to pause for a moment and be like, maybe like attacking this newly blind child is maybe not a good idea.
Maybe just maybe.
Maybe. I tried to ask her about why she would think that her friend's advice was good when she could find nothing to corroborate it. She didn't want to answer. I asked her then why she would ignore me when I told her to stop and kept scaring my brother. She told me she didn't think I would find it that bad and that if I really loved her, I would just ignore it because she was trying to help and that she feels I don't love her because I would choose my brother over her because now he is C-word, her own words, on something so trivial.
Break up.
Break up.
Break up.
She'll never get it. Dude. I choosing my brother over you? He just became blind and you're scaring him. That's not choosing him over you.
It's his brother.
Like, and like, if you just behaved like a normal human being, she would be thrilled having you there, thrilled having him there. Like, it would just be, everyone would be peacefully coexisting and it would be amazing and so great. And that he should grow up and deal with his problems himself. And I, as her girlfriend, should always be on her side. Always. Of course, I was very angry at this answer, as you should be. That is healthy anger, ladies and gentlemen. Being frustrated is something that is worth being frustrated over. And we ended up getting into another fight. In her words, I shouldn't have asked my brother to come live with me, but as I ended up asking, he should just be quiet and obey and accept what we do because we know better for being adults. Before going to her house, I took some people's advice and I decided to ponder about our relationship until that moment. And looking back, I could see a lot of things that I didn't want to see at first. First, every single approach in our relationship was taken by me. Want a date? I was the one inviting her. Let's go see a movie. I always had to be the one to invite. Romantic time, I had to start it always. Looking back, the entire relationship looks one-sided. Second, she doesn't look like she cared much about boundaries from the start. She disregarded every single boundary I've had before. I never took much action about them because they were small things. I believe that if I made myself more clear before, it wouldn't get to a point where it would cause problems to my brother. So I made a decision. I didn't want to break up, but if we were to continue a relationship, all of this would have to change. I talked with her and told her that I didn't want to break up, but if we were to continue a relationship first, she would not be allowed near my brother and wouldn't be welcome to my house when my brother is there. Second, she would have to apologize to him and promise, and this time respect that promise, that what was done wouldn't happen again. And third, she would have to go to counseling with me. Those were my terms, and if we were to continue together, things had to change.
So he just goes, anytime I've set a boundary, she's completely ignored and pushed it. So instead of breaking up with her, I set a boundary.
You know, and Carly, Keon, I have to ask you, do we think that she's going to transform into an angel and be amazing and the most caring person ever and it'll be great?
I hope so, but I don't think so.
She's doubling down. She's like,
She's gonna scare more.
you're going to tell me what to do?
It's going to be so great.
She's gonna start scaring both of them.
She got mad at me.
Yep.
Cursed me. told me I was an idiot to choose family over her and that I was crazy to end a relationship over this.
My God.
She didn't even end the relationship. She gave you which you did not deserve, by the way. She gave you the out. All you had to do was, go to counseling and not be a freaking maniac. That's literally all. And here we are. And then again, too, it's just the way that she responds. Like anytime you even set a boundary, it's like, how dare you? Like, oh my God. Like, no, there's just zero respect here. I talked with her about those things I mentioned earlier, and she called me stupid, that this is what a good relationship looks like. Of course, we got into another fight. In the end, she wasn't willing to compromise and make the relationship work, so I decided to end things.
Yes.
Let's go. Yep, we broke up. Of course, I left her house being called a lot of names. I blocked her on both my cell phone and social media, and right now I'm focusing on my brother. It hurts a lot that the person that I've been calling the love of my life recently could be that cold, but I guess it was for the better. By the way, if you want the greatest training material ever in history, maybe, for dealing with a-holes like this, ladies and gentlemen, we have 2,000 episodes of our show that you can find on Spotify, Apple, or iHeart. Just search OK Storytime and get over 62 days straight content in your ear holes. You'll literally never run out of content. But ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit more to the story. But Carly, what are your closing thoughts here? What's going through your head right now?
I mean, they broke up. That's what they had to do.
That's what had to happen.
I think, yeah. Go home and give your brother some ice cream.
Yes. Yeah, honestly, go hang out with the brother and just like have a movie marathon, calm, ice cream, like favorite, what's your favorite restaurant? I'm buying.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that is great. Well, to get into this, a lot of you recommended therapy and counseling for my brother, and he's already on it. Before coming to my house, he was already doing that. I would like to thank you all for the advice. I don't think I would ever look back at my own relationship if I hadn't gotten to that point, and I don't think it would be safer to continue in that relationship anymore. She already disregarded boundaries with me. I didn't do anything about it, and it got to a point where it ended affecting very badly my brother, and I felt very guilty for that. Thank you for all your help and for your kind words of comfort. And a quick edit, it looks like a lot of people are misreading or didn't see my original post. I am also a woman. My girlfriend is a woman as well. And there you have it. Wow. What a keeper.
What a keeper.
What a freaking keeper.
My boyfriend's family lost their home in a fire. They want my name on the mortgage.
Put your name on it.
I've been dating my boyfriend for almost 4 years, living together for about 2. I'll cut to the chase. His family, mom, dad, and sister, suffered a house fire in January, and they stayed with us in our 1-bedroom apartment for a couple of weeks until their insurance got them a hotel. Now they're in a hotel. By the way, this comes from Worried Strength 7894. And if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. His family had 10 cats.
No.
9 of those cats are in the apartment with us currently. Oh, so one of them, I guess, got caught in the fire.
Had their last life.
Oh no!
Getting 9 cats out of there, though.
Yeah, you're herding cats. Like
Skills.
that is a famously hard thing to do. They pay for the food and litter, but I bought them a cat tower and some toys. They basically destroyed my couch, but I figured they would, and it was a cheap couch. All right, so man has cat expectations. This past Sunday, 2 days ago, they went to see a realtor to talk about buying a house. Where they lived was a place they rented for a decade, and the landlord was pissed about the fire. So they don't want to go back there even when the house is fixed. My boyfriend was supposed to be the one on the loan because his parents aren't citizens and would have to pay an arm and a leg on the down payment. But since he has a social security number, he can get a regular rate. Problem is, he doesn't make enough on his own. If I went in on him for the loan, our combined income would be enough to qualify. If I go in on the loan, we could stay with his family in the house and save for our own home later. We'd have more space, which would be great because I'm trying to start a business and I would be living in the 1 bedroom with 9 cats. And I wouldn't be living in the 1 bedroom with 9 cats. 1 bedroom and 9 cats sounds so difficult.
Terrible. The smell that I'm like is in my nose.
Yeah. Also, is 9 cats too much?
Yeah.
I know there's someone in chat that has at least 9 cats.
Okay.
I know.
9 foster cats, though, that's like more acceptable.
Yeah.
But
like
they're cats?
Yeah. You can have 9 temporary cats, but 9 cats is a lot.
Yeah.
But it's also a 30-year mortgage loan. He has told me that whatever I decide to do won't affect our relationship, but I'm afraid this will for me. If I don't decide to go in on this loan, his parents said they'll get a trailer and take the cats, but his sister, 19, would still probably end up living with us because her job is close to us and she doesn't drive. I feel like I'm losing it. I feel like no matter what I do, I'm losing something. I'm so conflicted. I've asked the advice of my mom and some friends, and they think they're asking too much. But if I don't go in on the house, I'm still in this apartment that costs too much, and I'm adding an extra person to our space. So I'm asking, should I just let them put my name on the mortgage loan, or should I accept that his sister will be living with us? I hate to add any more elements of stress to their lives because they've already been through so much, but now it's leaking into my life a lot. There's an edit. There's an update. But Carly,
Yeah.
is the 9 cats, 1 sister a little bit too, and 2 parents?
And that's too much for the 1 bedroom.
That's so much for the 1 bedroom.
But if they're okay, so if she won't put her name on and they're willing to go into a trailer with the cats, and the sister is staying with them,
Yeah.
and the only issue is that the apartment costs too much,
Yeah.
can we not have the sister pay a little for the apartment?
You know that. See, and she's working.
She's working.
She's working.
She got a job.
She's got a job. But, you know, a 1 bedroom for even 3 people is a little rough.
It is.
It is asking a lot. So we have an edit with some more clarifying information. This house would be in my name on the deed. The cats are not destroying my apartment, as so many people are assuming, just the couch. I obviously care about these people, which is why I would even consider it. So please stop creating a story in your head where I'm some sucker wanting to be scammed. And another edit, it's got a lot of attention pretty fast. I'd like to clear up that they aren't pressuring me, but it's obviously a tense situation for them because, you know, it's their housing in the line. They're just kind of at the mercy of insurance paying for their hotel. It's a desperate situation and a desperate ask. I will talk to my boyfriend about different options. I spoke to my mom, who is a homeowner, and she advised against this, but seeing all of your reasons as well, like not being able to get a second mortgage because of this one, is a nail in the coffin because she wouldn't be able to get a house if they eventually wanted to move in together separately from the 9 cats. And
That could also
people.
affect if they didn't live in the house, want an apartment might not approve if that much is coming out of their income. They're already not making enough for a 1 bedroom.
That is true. That is true. I'll suggest his sister stay with us as long as she is looking for another place of her own, and encourage her to maybe look for a roommate with a good friend of hers, maybe. I knew this would be a risky move, but seeing how much it really takes from me, just know I will update later, but have peace of mind that I will not be taking out a mortgage for his family.
Good.
That's good, but
Yes.
there's an update. There's an update.
It was good.
There's an update. There could be juicy details coming in.
She's got
thick
her
and
head
hot.
straight.
She's got her head straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like the internet and also wise words from Mama was like, hey, hold your horses.
Whoa.
Let's not get on a 30-year commitment for someone you've been seeing for 4 years. That's crazy.
Insane.
That is crazy. Let's get into the update. So I was not expecting 1,300 people to find so many different ways to say no. LMAOOOOO. I'll be honest, I was not inclined to sign anything, not because I didn't think his family would fall through or anything. I just knew I didn't know enough to make this decision. Home ownership is a distant thought right now at the wee age of 25.
I forgot that she was 25. No.
25 4-year relationship.
I don't.
Boom.
I would not be approved for that right now.
Yeah.
They'd laugh at me.
I came here hoping to see if this is something people actually do and what it would mean for me and my boyfriend if we did. The obvious risk was, what if we break up? Which is a big risk. That's a huge risk. 4 years.
The whole risk.
4 people break up all the time. My girlfriend does short-term. She has a short-term rental property.
What?
Wait,
yeah.
you're what?
My girlfriend. My girlfriend.
Is that the first time you dropped that? On here?
On here, yeah.
Yes! I was here for that.
Yeah.
Wow, dude, that's sick. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you, man.
Yeah. Well, don't be happy for her. It's her.
Oh,
it's
for
her
her,
short-term
for her.
property.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it can happen. It can happen. You can make money from property. So maybe if OP gets the property business opportunity,
Honestly, maybe you should just go ahead with it then.
we're gonna get into this next bit. So the obvious risk was, what if we break up? But I knew there was more than that, and you all made that clear. First things first, no mortgage. I made that post yesterday morning, and after reading through the comments that actually gave insight into something like this, I realized, yeah, there's no way we can do this. I wish it was a viable option to solve their problem, but it just isn't. Fortunately, by the time I got home after work and talked to my boyfriend about it, he also had realized this was not a good idea. Good.
Right.
Glad I had the foresight to make us wait before giving his family an answer. It just stunted too many of our own opportunities for the future, so we were both on the same page about it, thank God. Someone mentioned that you can learn a lot about someone by how they handle the word no. And I can say that I didn't really learn anything, but just confirmed suspicions I already had. His mom was very understanding, and I don't think she even understood what she was asking when it came up. After my boyfriend explained it to her, she told his dad, who is not his bio dad or even his stepdad, just his mom's longtime boyfriend, which matters for the next part. His dad, quote unquote, did not take it very well.
Oh.
Before any of this, my boyfriend's parents told him they would help him get his credit up so he could take the loan for the house. They'd help pay off his credit card and obviously front the money for the down payment. And they said even if we didn't help with the house, they'd still do that because he's helped so much already. Coordinated with Red Cross to get them assistance after the fire, helped wrangle the cats, housed the cats, and his family, went with them to the realtor. As I suspected, though, once we made it clear that it was not happening with the mortgage and how it would damage our future chances at a home for ourselves, his dad was not happy. When his mom asked if they would still pay my boyfriend's credit card, his dad said no.
Oh.
Ooh.
No.
Ooh.
You can't just go back on that, though.
You can't go back on the word, but they are. He didn't help us, so we wouldn't help him, is how he put it, apparently. Yeah, like I said, my boyfriend's family is dysfunctional. I can't say I've ever had the most respect for his dad, but he's been there for most of my boyfriend's life. I have lots of thoughts on how this should go, but ultimately, we're just going to try solving it in different ways. Definitely no rushing into quick fixes. Maybe be less ready to help so his dad can see what that's actually like. By the way, you can help us by listening to full episodes with stories just like this. Go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or your favorite podcast app and search OK Storytime. There's another relevant update, but let's discuss. What do you think about where we're landing as we get towards the end of this saga? The dad being ungrateful, the mom being understanding, everyone agreeing that the mortgage is not something that we should do. Yeah, how do we feel about that?
The dad needs to just get over it.
Needs to get over it.
Like, I saw someone saying earlier, I don't remember who it was, that she might not even have the credit to put her name down. So there was no ever guarantee that she could even help. And he, like, going back on your word and stuff for that's just not right.
I mean, it also sounds like they were trying to get the credit up for both of them to
the girl. Okay.
Yeah, to even try to get the mortgage. So I don't know if this whole plan just seems poorly concocted.
Terribly.
And now the guy's mad. The dad, quote unquote, is mad for it not working out. I'm like, this is a plan that was failed from the beginning.
Right.
We got a little bit more to the story, so I'm going to finish up. So, also as a note to you all, as a collective, I understand that the world is full of cruel people, but I think a lot of you miss the context of the situation when you cast judgment on his family's intentions. This is a family who has been displaced in a house fire. They are immigrants who aren't completely perfectly savvy to all logistics of buying a home. The reality for a lot of immigrants is that they do rush into terrible solutions because they don't always think they have another option. They know they have less resources because they lack citizen status, and it's not uncommon for children to help their parents in extreme ways. And that doesn't just apply to immigrants. There are people all over the world taking extreme risks to try to better their situation, but since they have lived so long needing to think on their feet, they don't always feel they can afford to look for other options. All that to say, practice a bit more compassion. I understand that this was too much of a risk for myself, but that's not going to stop me from helping them where I can. Thanks for your help. And that is where that story ends. And little Chip begins.
Chippy's
Hi, Chip.
also team cat.
Chippy. We got a dog cafe
Dude,
happening right now.
I have the cutest photo of Chip.
Show us.
I have to run away.
All right,
And
bye,
bye-bye.
Bye.
I became a doctor for my fiance, but she's still not satisfied.
You know, there's always a better doctor. Why not a surgeon?
She'll
Huh?
never be satisfied. Chased my fiance all my life. Tried hard to be successful because she wanted a doctor. She's still cheating.
Oh. Oh, I mean, she still wants a doctor.
She still wants a
You know,
doctor.
she wants to be with the doctor. She wants to sleep with the.
The neurosurgeon, because they give better head.
Ooh.
Advice, they do. Better head surgery.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
That was no, you didn't have to explain it. We got it. I know if people are going to see this, they're going to call me a stalker or a simp or whatnot, but it is what it is. By the way, this comes from Embarrassed Ad 5871, and if you want to submit your own stories, go to the r/OK Storytime subreddit. So, I, male 28, have loved my fiance, female 27, since the day I have known what love is. We met when I was 15 and she was 14. She was beautiful, like someone you'll see once in a mall.
What?
And remember her even after 10 years. I'm sure everyone has at least once seen such a girl. She was also sweet and fun. She had many issues at her home, which affected a lot of her life choices, but you'll never see her in a bad mood. But she was materialistic, and she
like
never
that
denied
mall
that.
girl, you know, the
She's always
girl
at the
that you
mall.
see, she's always at the mall.
She always wanted good things, and she accepted it. I liked her for it because she wasn't pretentious or fake. She knew she wanted that diamond, and she owned
At
it.
Tiffany's, yeah, she wanted that Tiffany mall diamond.
When I first interacted with her, she made it clear she will only marry a doctor. She also had good reasons and a story for it.
What are the reasons?
And I do acknowledge that. I accepted it. See, I wasn't very good at studies, but not an absolute dumb butt either. So I gave it my everything. We live in India, so if you're a middle-class kid, you have to pass a crazy hard competitive exam to get into a good government-run medical school, because frankly, we didn't have enough money to get into a private one. I had to try 2 years after graduating high school to finally get into medical school. All while I was stuck at home trying to study, and she was doing a degree in arts after high school. When I was preparing for the entrance, she was just a friend. Not too friendly, but not too distant either.
Well, wait, so he's been in love with her since he was 15
Yes.
and she was 14,
Yes.
but
They weren't together.
They weren't together.
She was, yeah.
So he's like, I got to become a doctor before I can spit game.
When I was preparing for the entrance, she was just a friend, not too friendly, but not too distant either. She made it clear it was nothing more than friendship. I also heard about her dating other people, but I didn't care much, because in my mind, I always thought of marrying her eventually.
Man has too much faith in himself.
He's got vision. I know this sounds creepy, but it's how my mind worked. So when I finally got into medical school, she changed. She got more friendly to me. She broke up with her boyfriend, and then we started dating after a while.
Let's go.
Girl knows what she
Medical
wants.
school Riz.
I'm calling it out right now. She's an opportunist.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, you don't want to
that's
date
pretty
someone who
straightforward.
wants to be in a relationship based on what profession you have.
The thing is, it seems like she's pretty straightforward about that. She's
She
like,
is.
I'm an opportunist. I'm materialistic. And he's like, I knew that about her and I loved her.
I love those mall women.
Medical school is long. So when I was in school, she had already graduated and was teaching in a secondary school, which was not very stable or high paying. But she stuck with me all through the medical school. She's playing the long game.
Mm-hmm.
After I graduated, I joined a hospital. Pretty good pay. Although I had long shifts, the pay was pretty good. During this period, she told her parents about me. Her parents were pretty happy too because in India, everyone wants a doctor's son-in-law.
That they do.
We have been engaged for a year now. We would have been married already, but I'm doing postgrad in dermatology, which is how I found out about her cheating actually. Oof.
Ooh, should have been a surgeon.
Yeah. And it is quite hectic to even attend someone else's marriage, let alone be mine.
Although dermatologists are up there. Like those are,
Yeah.
that's
They make a lot.
Yeah, they make a lot.
Mm-hmm. 2 weeks ago, I saw my fiance had red spots on her body, mostly on her back. I checked everything and I diagnosed it's possibly due to bed bug bites. Ah!
Ooh, yeah. But wait. But my bed doesn't have bed bugs.
Where are
and
you
your
getting those
bed
bed
doesn't
bugs?
have bed bugs. Where are you getting the bed bugs?
Uh-oh.
But I just told her there are no issues because we'll just clean our houses and it won't happen again. So we checked both our places. She has rented a house near to her school, and I have a hostel room in the hospital premises, which the hospital provides to PG trainees. Although I mostly live at her place. We didn't find anything much. Anything much? Did you find like a couple? What is anything much? So I told her I must have diagnosed wrong, and I told her we should get her blood tested. She was very hesitant because she's very afraid of needles. So I told her to come to the hospital the day after when she got free from her school. The next day, she came to the hospital from her school with a male colleague. I had met him earlier, so I was cordial to him. We got her blood sample to pathology lab and started to talk with this colleague of her. I asked him where does he live, and he told me where. That just rang a huge effing bell in my head because you see, in OPD, we see hundreds of patients in a day of the surrounding areas. We see many people from the same area have papular urticaria, which is a fancy way of saying insect bites. The bites can be of any insects or even bed bugs, but that particular area has a swamp area which gets dried out in summers, and the whole area gets papular urticaria symptoms. It's a common regular thing, and everyone in our dermatology department knows it. So I just blurted out, "Do you have any red swellings on your body or anything?" He says, yeah, a little. Just after he said it, he went back on his words and said, "Nothing much though, just like mosquitoes and all." But it had already registered in my mind.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
She's a dumb butt, and she brought her affair partner to her dermatologist partner.
Oh.
After he left, I took my fiance back home, but I had this feeling that didn't go away. The next day, I saw her reports, and she had no issues. So I just called her and told her I found no issues. I just took insect bite meds for her and gave her them. In 2-3 days, she was all right, but I couldn't get the feeling out of me. So one night, I checked her phone when she slept. I went through her phone. I had never done it in my life, but I found nothing.
Nothing.
But I couldn't get this nagging feeling to go away.
And the nagging feeling is that she's probably sleeping with this other doctor.
I just want to point out how, gullible and just naive you would have to be to not have any warning bells go off when your fiance brings a colleague to a dermatologist appointment. Like, why would she have brought a colleague to a dermatologist? That doesn't, I'm not bringing you guys to my dermatology
Yeah.
What
appointments.
Yeah.
I want to make sure you're all right. Why don't you tell me when you get sick sometimes?
Yeah,
huh?
I'm so sorry. You're right. I should be bringing to all my doctor's appointments.
Yeah, you know what? I'll come to
guys,
your...
do you want to come to my MRI tomorrow?
Yeah, dude, a little party.
Yeah. The next day, I took a break from my shift and went near her school and followed her when she left. She went straight home. When I saw this, I just scolded myself for being such an a-hole and being so suspicious. But for the next 3 days, I kept doing the same. On the third day, I saw her leave with that colleague, and I saw them go to his house.
Uh-oh.
Here, my world shattered. Why is she cheating on him with a man that has bed bugs?
I mean, it's like a little party in there. You know?
Wait, don't you see? If you have someone that's a doctor, they can treat any symptoms you get as you cheat.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I have loved her all my life. I changed my life for her. She wanted to marry a doctor, so I became a doctor. Didn't she say she'll be with someone who's more successful than her? Then what the heck was she doing with this bum? I have nothing against teachers, but he literally earns in 4 months what I could earn in 1.
But it's not
Why
about
the heck did I work this hard? Why the heck did I love her so much? Since that day, I've said nothing to her because I don't know what to do. I have built my whole life around her. I just keep saying to myself what I didn't have that she had to go to someone else. I know I'm not super handsome, but I'm not that bad looking either. She is way out of my league, I know, but I have worked all my life so that I could be able to be someone she can remain with. If this is what she wants, why has she stayed with me all these years? You know I have had no issues with her ever. She's been the perfect girlfriend. She cares for me. She supports me. I have literally slept on her lap for hours while she sat there stroking my hair. So what is this now? Where did this go wrong that she has to go to someone else? What were the last 8 years?
I mean, there's a
Wait,
difference.
this is just so close.
Yeah, go hit it.
I know this is getting quite long, but I have nowhere to go. I don't have many close friends because she was my everything, because my life revolves around her. I can't tell this to my family because I don't want anyone else to find out. What do I do? I know it might be that no one sees this, but what am I supposed to do?
Okay. I have thoughts.
I have thoughts too.
1, you should never date someone who says, like, I want you to be this and I will only see you if you are this.
Your first mistake was going for the exact type of person who would do this.
Yeah, she's materialistic. She wants to be married to a doctor, but she probably wants to hook up with people that are hot.
She broke up with her boyfriend because you went to med school.
Which is ridiculous. Second, I don't think, and this might be controversial, I don't think your life should ever revolve around your partner.
That's not controversial.
Okay,
That's
all
just
right.
true.
All right.
You shouldn't. I mean, like, that's the age-old thing that parents tell their kids: don't go don't go to school because your partner's going to that school. Don't follow someone to college.
And I think, like, don't change your life trajectory because of what a partner wants you to do. But also, I think, like, you become uninteresting if you do everything that your partner wants you to do. Like,
do you have any interests of your own?
Yeah, like, I think like people are interested in people that
are authentic.
that are authentic to themselves and are actually exploring what they want. And as soon as you give that away, you are just an extension of them rather than your own person. Yeah. And that's not an interesting person to begin with.
Yeah.
And to be clear,
because if you focus on them, you lose yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
And to be clear, she's obviously awful. We know that.
Yes.
You never deserve to have someone cheat on you. However, when you chase after the shallow girl, she's got to be shallow.
Yeah, I think in a relationship, there are a couple things that need to be taken care of. There's the relationship, there's your partner, and there's yourself. And if you need to take care of all of those things in equal segments, right? And it sounds like you are not taking care of yourself at all.
Yeah. But there is an update.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm updating this to address all the people who have commented. People who have given me genuine advice. I thank you. I will try to keep in mind everything you have said. I have also offended people by disrespecting teachers. Sorry. I was feeling very low and the negativity just came out. I don't think a man feeling low or having low self-esteem and saying that honestly here will bring so much negative emotions in people. Some people have been outright hostile and harmful. I do understand that people don't like a man being weak. I'll try to strengthen that about me.
Good.
Just be yourself.
Be yourself.
Be
Stop.
yourself.
He's literally doing it right here. He's like, I have to
yeah.
change myself because people want me to.
Oh, what do you want? Who do you want to be?
Who do you want? Be who you are.
Who are you?
Yes, I do accept I'm coming off as naive, obsessed, and whatnot. Emotional attachment of 13 years does not go in a single day. If it does for you, then maybe I'm not as strong as you. But all of this negativity has at least numbed me. I do think this will help me to confront her and face up my life. I didn't think I was emotionally strong enough to do that, so I guess it helped me a little. Also, people have texted me saying this seems fake and everything. I wish that was true. I wouldn't be in such condition right now if it wasn't. If it comes off as too flowery or seems like it's written by AI, then I have to say I'm sorry. I can't write in bad English purposefully. Our Indian education system has crammed into us the power to write in correct English with slaps, sticks, sandals, and whatnot. If there are grammatical mistakes and anything else, I will accept that. And no, I'm not harmful. I've never been. I come off as a stalker, following her and everything. I know. I miss some of my medical duties for that, which I never thought I will. So I think I can't go any lower than that. And there is an update.
Which means you can go lower.
Yeah. I'm worried.
I am worried. I feel like man is not in a. I feel like he has not been a like solid.
No.
I feel like he hasn't known himself for like since he was like 14.
He lives on a pile of jello.
Yeah, he lives for another woman. This
Mhm.
jello of a woman.
Yeah, like he says that he loved her. He's loved her since he was 14.
You didn't even know her.
You didn't know her at
You didn't know
14.
her.
And more importantly, didn't know yourself.
Exactly.
Jeez.
We are
Jeez. Let me
changeable
edge session.
people.
Anytime.
I
baby
am
girl.
certainly not the person I was at 14. Updates. I've talked to her.
Okay. Oh wow.
She admitted cheating. That was easy. Wow.
Wow.
There
We
go.
talked.
And
She
she's
didn't
like-
object to anything I told her. She was like, yeah.
Yeah. True. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing.
She has told me she will respect whatever I decide. It was a messy thing. I am not in a state of mind to describe anything more.
Low key, I feel like that sentence was, I don't really care what you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was like, did you cheat on me? Yeah,
Yeah. What's it to you?
I guess nothing.
I guess I'll respect whatever you choose to do after this.
Yeah. Okay. I think this will be my last post here, so I'm making some things clear. I've already missed a lot of my hospital duties. We're not allowed to do that. I'm surely going to face the consequences, but I want to take a short break. I know people are going to blast me for it, but I'm not going to dump her right now. That's not how it works here in India. If I do
Ugh.
that, even if nobody else knows why, everyone is going to point fingers at her and brand her all sorts of names. Societal pressure is a big thing in India. I don't wish it on anyone, even if they were my enemy. People have given me genuine advice. Thank you from my core. I haven't been able to reply to you all. I will when I'm okay. A lot of you have pointed out my flaws, that I'm obsessive, spineless,
Oh.
a stalker,
Oh.
and many more things.
Oh.
I acknowledge my flaws.
He's like, yep, that's me.
That's me.
Oh,
You're probably
no.
wondering how I got into this situation. I'll go to therapy and try to work on it. I accept I shouldn't base my whole life on a single person. He's learning. Most of the DMs and comments I have received have been outright hostile and harmful. Sorry I elicited such negative emotions. I didn't mean to.
Oh, dude, I'm like,
I feel bad for this guy.
he's like a little slug.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Like you kick him and he stays down.
Oh.
Also, I have painted her way too negatively in my previous post.
What is it? What like? How do you get out of this?
What do you mean?
Like, how do you stop being like such a slug?
You go to therapy.
Well,
or an alpha male boot camp.
Yeah, I was
about to say that, yeah.
That's how
I
you
was
get better.
low and I shouldn't have done that. I accept it. She's materialistic. I don't deny that. But she's never been a gold digger.
That's literally what she. That's what she did.
you met her at the mall.
Met her at the mall. She's
I think that was
materialistic.
more metaphorical.
And I think she's not she's a future gold digger.
Furthermore, whenever I want to buy something expensive, she shouts at me not to. She's materialistic in the sense she wants to have good assets in her life, which we can both use for a long time. I was sorry if I misled everyone and didn't make it clear. I think you're misleading yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I think she wants to have a lifestyle that is super flash and flush, but she wants to hook up with whoever she wants.
Her
wants to
wanting
have
to
both.
marry a doctor has a good reason, which I had pointed out in the post.
Yeah, she wants your money.
I
Yeah.
know it and accept it. No, I'm not going to share it because it's very personal. Oh, okay. So he's implying there's another reason that she has.
What's the other
That's
reason?
Too personal to share. By the way, you know it's not too personal to share.
What?
The fact that you can listen to full episodes of stories just like this. Just go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or iHeartRadio and search up OK Storytime. But there is a little bit left to this story. Do you have any final thoughts, Sam?
I feel like everything, like this guy in the post is he just has such a defeatist mindset.
Yeah.
He needs to instill himself with some self-confidence, which what I
Big
think
time.
I don't know if he's going to be able to do that in this relationship. I feel like
No.
he's going to be constantly trying to appease her.
I mean, he found out that she was cheating. She made no attempts to apologize
No.
or lie about it.
No.
And he was like, well, I guess we're staying together.
My prediction is he's just going to stay together with her. She's going to keep cheating, and
Yeah.
he's just going to like accept that.
Yeah, he's like, well, no, she's actually not that bad because he's so
Yeah, yeah.
in love with her.
Yeah.
She has never been exploitative or manipulative before. She has always been very devoted and has always put me first. That's just not true.
Yeah.
That's why this incident was so heartbreaking. I'm not defending her mistakes because even if she didn't, she accepted. I'm also looking to accept all of the mistakes I have made. No, she didn't blame me. I'm doing this on my own. We know. Because I've received so much feedback here. And no, neither me nor she has ever been harmful in our relationship. Everyone has small fights. That's all we ever have. I'm looking forward to improving myself mentally, emotionally, and physically. I have not been emotionally strong, as many of you have pointed out. I hope to work on that.
I mean, the
Thank
first step is breaking up.
you. Yeah. The thing is that OP's like, I have to be emotionally strong for my fiance. No, you have to be emotionally strong for you.
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.